what's the ambition? How are apprenticeships seen within the organisation? I mean, we've still got people who looking at traditional degrees, that aspect of it, and how does recruitment work within the NHS England?
So the NHS Long-Term Workforce Plan was published recently, and we're really, really pleased that we managed to get apprenticeships into almost every chapter and every profession. So there's still a lot to do. There is a growth ambition. At the moment, I think it's 7% of clinical staff are on apprenticeships, and they want that to be 22% by 2026. So, that's a big growth area. So we need to make sure that we've got capacity in terms of providers. But some of the challenges are, one, everyone thinks we're one NHS, and I wish we were, but I work with 240 odd very different individual levy paying trusts, and then you've got to remember all of our SMEs in terms of primary care, GP practices, pharmacists. So what works for the levy payers might not necessarily work for the SMEs. So it's always a balancing act, making sure that we can make sure that the apprenticeships are successful. We're really doing a lot in terms of raising the parity of esteem. I think the message is getting through. I think a lot of the work that we're doing with UCAS is going to help with that in the future. But it is still a challenge. I think access to careers advice and guidance is still a huge blocker in terms of young people. I know from my 16-year-old, she has basically been indoctrinated into the cult of university, and even doing what I do, she's just like, no, I want to do the proper degree. And it's just really frustrating. In fact, she's just started her A-levels, but after her GCSEs, being me, I said, apply for an apprenticeship, just keep your options open, because she'd applied for like six forms, but doesn't know what she wants to do, still doesn't know what she wants to do, which at 16 is understandable. But I said, just go through the process. I think it'd be a good experience for you. And she ended up actually getting offered an apprenticeship. It was a level 4 data one, really, really great opportunity. And she went into school, and her head teacher said, oh, no, Summer, you're far too clever for that. And I think that just hits the crux of the problem in terms of apprenticeships are still seen as the poor relation. And actually, I think, they can be harder. You're going to be working full time and doing a qualification. It's no mean feat. And I don't think that should be kind of underestimated. But I think, we need to attract more fresh talent into the NHS, and I think that's still a big challenge for us. We're not seen as kind of sexy. We've got huge growth areas in terms of data, AI, cyber, all of that. But you talk to young people and they'll be thinking of kind of Microsoft and Google. They wouldn't necessarily think of the NHS. So I think we still need to do a lot more about kind of making us an employer of choice for young people.
Fantastic.
Canny Conversation Podcast Series 5 by Safaraz Ali.